My dad moved our family from Denver, Colorado to Nampa, Idaho when I was in 5th grade. And so that's where my journey began. He got a job here at the university and he was a fundraiser. So he worked for University Advancement. My dad's main goal during that time was to raise money to build the Brandt Center. I remember watching him knock on all those doors and driving around campus to all the houses that the school wanted to buy so they could build the Brandt Center, roll the master campus plan on the hood of the car and share the vision of the university. So I just kind of always assumed that I was going to come here, that I was going to be an NNU alum, and that was just a part of my story. Halfway through my junior year, my story changed, and my parents got divorced. And because they got divorced, you know, some of those feelings and emotions tied with NNU, were crippled. And so I decided I needed to get away. I no longer wanted to come to NNU, and so I chose Southern Nazarene University in Oklahoma, as far away as I possibly could get, and applied, was accepted, had my roommate assignment, and then senior year, on my birthday, which is in March, I got a call from my admissions counselor that was assigned to me through NNU, Toby Schmidt, and he changed my life. He called and said, "Candice, happy birthday. By the way, we still want you to come to NNU, and the scholarship committee has met, and we want to give you the Cunningham Scholarship." And the Cunningham Scholarship was way too generous for me to say, "No thanks." So I made a U-turn and flipped around, and last minute decided to come to NNU. I came with a plan to keep my head down because I was still, grieving and still experiencing a lot of pain and kind of choosing consciously to shut myself off from everyone around me. The second week of campus, I ran into Ruth Ann Garber, and she was in charge of the ambassador program. And so she asked me, how I was doing, how the transition was going. And by the way, you're gonna be an ambassador for me. So Ruth Ann, not knowing, she messed up my plan. So that was the beginning of my journey of being involved. Everyone was so welcoming that I feel like little by little, my heart started to mend without even being aware. And I would say from that point on, I just kind of said yes to everything and took advantage of any opportunity that I could at being a part of student leadership. I had the opportunity to be involved in so many different ways over my 4 years on campus. Being an RA, being in the Brick House, being in Crusader Choir, and working in the bookstore, being an ambassador, leading worship. I tried to do it all, right? Probably the most meaningful experience that I had being a campus leader was being an RA. So I was an RA my sophomore year for Ford, and then an RA my senior year in Olson Apartments. And both of those experiences gave me direct contact with the RDs. And in Ford, it was Robin and Rick Landy. And then in Olson, it was Dana and Mark Hammer. And those couples both had such an impact on my life because they were marriages that I was watching on an everyday basis. And coming from a broken home and kind of unsure of how I felt about the foundation of marriage and the institution, do I still believe in it? I got to watch them love each other every day and love us as students, and not only care about our academic life, but also our personal life and our spiritual life. And putting those people in my life at just the perfect time really impacted my future and my decision to be a wife and to be a mom. I'm so grateful for all the opportunities that I had to be involved, and I wouldn't change a thing.